So now the next step that I'm doing, and I'm actually starting on the back, and then I will turn it back over and work on the front because I haven't been doing the back. I do have one little vein in here, but I'm doing what's called mottling. And what you do is you take a makeup sponge and a pair of tweezers, and you just pull little pieces out so you have the holes, so you can get the look, and I'll kind of draw in for you. You can get the look of like the spots, like on a person's body. You see all those little spots, and that's what you want. So you want it to look like skin. So I'm using the blush tone, and that's this one here, and some of the A again. Remember, you got to always mix them with the A. The B is already in the paints now, so you A, B, and 50-50 parts. So I'm going to take my sponge. I've got some right here, and I'm going to dip the sponge into it, and then we're just going to start mottling them. Modding or whatever. I got it written on the screen there for you. So I'm going to get some on the sponge, and then we're just going to go all over his body like that, just in spots like that. And what it does, it gives him those little spots. If I draw in close, it makes it look like, you know, human skin, because we do got those spots like on our skin like that, and especially a young baby like this. So we're just going to be doing that all over his body like that, and just get those little spots like that. And make sure you know, if it doesn't look right, go over it a little bit like that. And like you said, you see I did do the head. So now I'm just going to be going all over him, just putting those spots in. And I'm going to start with the back and work to the front. So you see, that's what I'm doing there. I hope you can see that, how that's turning out. I'm going to get a little bit more here, and then I just kind of brush off. And then just, let's see, go down his arm and show you. Let me hold his arm up here. This is the back of arm. I will be doing this on the front as well, but just, it makes the doll so pretty. That's what Octavia has all over her. And you want to even go into the hand and everything. And, you know, just go all over with this baby to do it, because it gives the illusion definitely of real human skin. All right, let's do the other arm. I love this step. And then, of course, you're going to go over again. These dolls are, you know, goes in steps. It builds up the color. But I like how you just, now this, you just kind of want to just pat it. Otherwise, you won't get the mottling look. If you just were to go like this all over, even with the holes in it, you wouldn't get that look that you're trying to achieve. So yeah, just keep doing that. I'm going to continue working on that throughout the rest of his back here and down his butt and his legs. And then just look around and see if I need any more. And then I'm going to fast cure him with the hair dryer, or you can do it, again, it's on the screen there, or 2 hours in the container. All right, now that step is done. The mottling I did, I got it on the head there and some in the back. I'm going to do a little bit more to the belly and stuff on the other side, but the rest of it's all done. And I've done the fine detail on this side too. In the hands and stuff, you see the little creases. I've done some fine detail there, and on his little butt crack there. And on his feet, I've done the detail on the feet as well. Got that done. So, and you can see the other hand here. I'll draw in just a little bit so you guys can see the detail work there. And then now I'm going to do the layering color again that I did on the front side, which is this one here with the Part A again with it. Again, I wrote it right there for you guys. So now we're going to do this all over with a sponge. So I'll just start some, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish off. So I'm just going to get some right here, and we're just going to start patting it all over the baby. This is the layering color. This is like a skin tone, but he is going to be, you know, a different color. I'm going to be doing more blushing to him, being a micro preemie. I want to do more of a red tone. Like I said, that was the color of my baby when he was born, because he was also a preemie. So just, probably should have a glove on this side too. Just holding him down a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to do this all over the baby, and then I'm going to cure it with the hair dryer, and then I'm going to flip him over, and we'll go back and start working on the front. Okay, so I've been doing some work on his face. He does have some imperfections. He wasn't done well at all, whoever did his silicone. So he's got some imperfections that pick up more of the paint, and then other areas that are smooth enough to go on smooth. So his lips, that's the best I can do of the lips there. I hope you guys can see it. I did use the lip color, but you can see there's some spots that are a little darker. That's the areas where the silicone isn't in good shape. So it's picking up darker, and I'm not able, if I take it off, you know, to try to smooth it down, then you lose the color there. So I've got to leave it like that, but it is better than him not having a lip color at all. Could just look like, you know, he's got maybe some, being a preemie baby, maybe they've got like, you know, some just stuff around his lips. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I did do some more coloring in here, more in his eyes to give more definition, a little bit more cheek stuff before I go around to paint the whole baby to get him more of a red color. Yeah, so that's what I've done. And there's his belly button. That looks great. The nipples look great. For a baby that wasn't done that great, I think I'm doing pretty good for my first time on him. And I will do more up close pictures at the very end. You know, I'll be taking pictures of everything close up of him so you can get even better. So it's just a little harder in the video. So I've just been working with, I've got the lip color here, and this is the blush color. I've been working with those two. I did make a color here to try to do the lips a little bit different, but I didn't like that color, so I took it off. So I'm just sticking with these two, which is the lip color, and this is the blush color. We're going to be working on doing his entire body now. We're going to be sponging that with the blush color. I'm going to be using that blush color, and I may even use some of that because I want him a little bit darker. So we're going to be doing that now on him. I'm going to be sponging him. So I'm going to get set up for that, and I'll come in and show you guys how I'm doing that. All right, you guys, we're really getting a lot of life in this little guy. He's looking so much more realistic. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this color here. Now, this is the lip color, this one here, and I mixed it again with the A. I'm going to try just a patch test to see if I like it because I want him a little bit more to the red side, but more of like a brownish red. If I don't like it, then I'm going to be doing the blush tone. So this would be the lip color. This is the blush tone. There is a little bit of a difference. So I might do the blushing instead, but I'm going to try a little patch test with this. So I'll go ahead and show you guys on here. I've got it laid out. I've got a makeup sponge here. So I'm going to get some of the paint, and I'm just going to go right to his belly to start with. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I like it, because if I don't, it can be wiped off, which is fine. I'm going to wipe a little bit off there. And then we're just going to start. We'll start with the chest. So I'm going to go over and see if I like this color as a skin tone color to see if I like it. Because I do want him to be the color, like I said, of a, you know, very small micro preemie baby. So I just want to make sure that this is going to be a color that's going to take. And don't worry, I know it was a lot that I put there, but you just keep sponging. And I do want him to be that really deep, deep color. But you see how it's just a beautiful, beautiful skin tone. I like that a lot. Let me get a little bit closer to show you guys. See this color? It is really pretty. I think it is going to be the one. And then maybe if I have to, I'll go over the top with the blush just to, you know, maybe give it a little bit more red, because this is a red tone, but maybe it would give it a little bit more red tone with that. So that's how I'm going to try it. So I'm going to be doing the entire body here with this, and then we'll see how it looks. I might do a few coats of it. I might do some of the blushing, but I will be back to show you guys the next step. Let me just back out a little bit here, and I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back. All right, so Abel is just turning out so beautiful, you guys. We're going to do another coat of the red because I want him to be even more red than he is in this video here. He actually looks more red in person. And I have the two colors already out. Again, this is the lip color, but it's a darker color than the blush. And then we got the part A, 50-50. Again, I just wrote it right there for you guys. Mix those 50-50 parts. You see it right here. I'm going to mix them with this kebab stick. That's what it is. Like a giant toothpick. I'm going to mix them really good. Mix the two colors together really good. You do not have to water this down. Sometimes I do water it down, like when I'm doing mottling and stuff, but for this, you don't have to. It's really when you're going to airbrush, or like when I was doing the mottling. So, but we're not doing mottling on him. So I have a tinier one here, and I'm going to use the tweezers to get up around his neck, because if you see, that didn't get, you know, enough paint in there in his chin. So I'm going to be using the smaller one here just to be able to get up under there, because I notice I'm not being able to get up under there. So we're just going to make sure that I get it off my fingers, though, because now I just got some paint on my fingers on these gloves. And we don't want to touch the baby with that, because that's how you get mistakes. But remember, imperfections make perfection. That's a true artist quote, and it really does. So we're going to dip in. I just dropped this. Dip in with the tweezers here, and then sponge or wipe off. I want to get a good grip on this, with the tweezers or whatever. And then we're going to get up under him, starting with the chin area, and then around this area here that didn't get painted yet. It missed some of the paint when I was doing it. I mean, I'm not done yet with him, but just want to get, that part done. So, and make sure that gets covered too. That's where you just see as you go along, the parts that didn't get painted, you want to make sure you get in there and, get them painted good. And I was noticing him being so little, I needed a smaller one and tweezers to get up in here. So, because he needs to be painted fully, right, baby boy? Say you want to be absolutely beautiful, and you really are. You're really turning out gorgeous. I'm going to move these two colors here out of the way. Get a good grip on this sponge again. And get up under here again in his little chin, because that wasn't colored. I was looking at him going, okay, what is going on? Something doesn't look right. So, and that's all it was he just needed more color there, because we need him to be a nice dark baby. He's not going to be like Octavia. 27 gestational baby is a lot darker. Even my son that was born about a month early, a little less than a month early, about 3.5 weeks, he was super red. And I thought there was something wrong. I was asking the doctor, why is my baby so red? He looks like a mad little guy. And he said that's completely normal. That's the color of a preemie baby. So, all right. So we got that area done. We'll let it, just sit or whatever. And then I'm going to continue to go around. I probably might just use this little one here and go around just some of the spots that look like, I might have missed or whatever. And that's where you fix things, you go around and you fix them where you see that you're missing paint. After you get things done, you go around. And then, of course, this is the darker one. And then I'll do some more flesh tone, or not flesh tone, I'm sorry, the blush tone on this baby. But I just want to get some of the dark again and then do the blush tone on him. But I want to make sure that he gets, covered correctly. So he's a nice dark baby. Again, I'm going to make sure that I didn't just wipe that off when I lifted him. So just go up under here like this and make sure that this part is getting good. And I like the tones that are happening with this. I really like that. Ooh, looks like he has a little bit of wetness on him. I mean, I did do that shiny coat, so might have just been that, but just making sure. Okay, and now we're going to go through his body again, just to darken him up a little bit more. Again, like I said, this baby needs to be darker. And I think this one I'm going to use the other sponge, because we have to really tap good, and that sponge is little when you're using the tweezers. So we're just going to go over him again, just filling in areas, making him darker. We want him darker, darker, darker. And then I'm going to, like I said, go on to some blushing around certain areas. I am covering his parts just to be respectful for people. I know some people just wanted to see the full baby, but that's just part of this because I'm monetized. We want to keep those parts covered. No reason we got to show them. I mean, it's part, just everything I'm doing to the baby. And these spots here that I was showing you that I did on him, let me draw in a little closer so I can show you. These little parts here on him where I said I did, some definition. That's just done with a small brush, and actually this same color, this darker color, because it worked out better. So, and as you see on the hand there, I need to put more paint in there, you see. But there's going to be different spots, so because no skin is perfectly one tone, one color, so you're going to have some coloration like that. And that's why, with what Octavia has. But I never did that online to show you guys. So anywhere you see lines on the baby or the folds or the fat, you want to just take a little brush and go right into those little folds, a little fan brush, a little brush, and then you can, get those more, defined on the baby. So let's go over his little hand. And we're going to do his fingertips. just a red tone. It would be, I believe, this tone here, because little babies this age wouldn't even have even a, you know, small, like the nail bed part that would be like a cream color. These babies wouldn't even have that yet. My baby didn't even have that yet when he was born. He just had that other part on him. So that being said, that's what I want with this one too, is I want him to just have the red tone on him. Now Octavia will have the tip color along with the red, you know, the bed of the nail being a flesh tone. I mean gosh, I keep saying wrong, a red tone, you know, on the inner part of her. But she will have the tips on hers since she is a full-term baby. She will have that on her. So we're just going to finish up here. This is going to be the last coat on him. But like I said, I just wanted to do one more because I just noticed I had missed a little bit on his chin. Plus, I wanted him more of that red tone. Now, there is a color you can actually buy, and I didn't know about it till I watched this video of a silicone baby, that they actually do sell a color now for doing these preemie babies. They do sell a color called Ruby. So if you want to look into that, if you want to get that color, if I would have known, I would have ordered that color, but this was a kit that came. I would have had to order that separate, and the paints are pretty expensive. So I just decided to use these colors here because he's still getting that beautiful red tone to him. So it's still working out good. But yeah, it's a new color they have now to do these babies in that beautiful color for the micro preemies. So yeah, just look into it, you guys, if you want your baby to have that color. It's called a Rudy. I'll put it right on the screen right there. So it's not Ruby, it's Rudy. That way you guys can look into that. And you can order paints. I'll put it right here on the screen for you. You can order paints through Smooth On or Fuse FX. I ordered these through the Fuse FX. And I think they're great paints. I'm going to do his toes exactly the same, just with the red and not the tips on it, because again, a baby this young wouldn't have any tips yet on him. So the tips wouldn't be growing out yet because their beds would be so small, their nail beds, you know, and so they wouldn't have that yet. And so I'm going to do it as exactly like a preemie baby, you know, the way I remember my true son when he was born, and he wasn't even this young. This is even younger. So if he didn't have it 3.5 weeks early, this baby wouldn't, because this baby's like, well, it would be like a 6.5 month premature, you know, so this is way early. He was only, you know, 3.5 weeks early, and he still had all that red tone and everything to him and didn't have the nail bed and all that. So I'm kind of going by my son, you know, and looking at pictures of him when he was a baby, because I want to get this color down as the best I can with what I have to work with, not having the ruby color. Of course, I'm just doing one side right now, and then I will work on the other side of him, but I just thought I would just show you guys a little bit more working on him. This part right here, I want to just darken it. It just seems like that's just not filling in very good right there, but it's okay to have some discoloration on the skin like that, because nobody, if you look at a human body, a human baby, you know, not every spot is perfect. You know, you're going to have some discoloration on a baby. You know, you're definitely going to. So don't worry about that. If you got some spots like that that just aren't grabbing as much, that's good. That's giving you character to this baby. Definitely giving the character. So there you go. You can see that he's darker from when we first started. And I love it. Love it. As it's getting darker and darker, I just absolutely love the color. He's just so beautiful. I will show you pictures at the end. Of course, pictures are going to show more than what this video is showing. This video is showing him what I see is he is more a brown, but in real life, when you look at him, he's actually more red. So I'm going to try to get some good pictures outside of him for you, just in a diaper, and I'll just lay him out, and I'll get some photos out there of the before and after of him in a diaper. That way you definitely see more of that red tone. That's what I want you to see, because of course here you're seeing it looks more brown, almost like he's a tan baby, but he is much more red tone. That's what color he is, if you're wondering. So, all right. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go ahead and let him dry, and then we're going to do the backside. I'll return.